Record-breaking golden boy of 2023 with clear sensational talent, Jude Bellingham, at 20 years old, is starting football on such a high level that Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi are probably thinking, who the fuck is this guy? We've got you. Here are 10 things you didn't know about Jude Bellingham. He is Birmingham City's youngest ever first-team player. Hopefully one day came sooner than most people expected. On August 6, 2019, Jude, aged 16 years and 38 days, would play his first match for the Blues. Before you think that is an easy thing to do, think again. The record had stood since 1970 and was held by the club's legend Trevor Francis. So, by merely starting his professional career, Jude was breaking a record that had stood for over 49 years. That's crazy. But as if it wasn't enough, he would do something incredibly significant as the Blues' youngest senior player. A few weeks after his historic debut, another club record also set by Francis would be broken by a 16 years and 63-day-old Jude. After being substituted into the match against Stoke City, Jude would net the winner in the 76th minute and become the Blues' youngest scorer ever. In the euphoria, Jude would say in an interview, "You never think you're going to get the chance to come on so early as a youngster. It's something I've dreamed of since I was a boy, scoring in front of the Titan for my club." Jude is the most expensive 17-year-old in football history. At 17, Jude completed a £25 million move to Borussia Dortmund from his beloved Blues for the 2020-21 season. According to a source, the deal came with an extra £1 million of almost guaranteed money and several millions more, depending on appearances, achievements, and milestones. Before the big move, Jude enjoyed his football under a schoolboy contract with the Blues for a full season, but as a 17-year-old, he needed to start his professional contract. So when Dortmund came knocking, they had to pay his worth. He is one of the youngest players to have their jersey number retired by a club, and with the shortest amount of appearances. Even Jude was like, what the fuck is going on, when the news of Birmingham City's decision to retire his shirt number reached him. In an interview, he said, "They told me no one will take it until you get back to Birmingham." I was like, really? I had a good year, but it was nothing extraordinary. I looked around me. But wait, are we allowed to do that? He had only made 44 appearances for the Blues during the 2019-2020 season. There are legends who have had hundreds of apps for their clubs whose jersey numbers weren't retired to honor them. The Blues even released a statement to show they were fine with this rare honor they were giving to Jude. In such a remarkably short space of time, Jude has become an iconic figure at Blues. The 22 shirt has become synonymous with Jude, his rise to the first team at just 16 years and 38 days, and these qualities. As such, the club have decided it would be fitting to retire this number, to remember one of our own and to inspire others. He rejected Manchester United. Before Dortmund snatched him, Jude was being scouted by many of Europe's top clubs. Many big clubs like Bayern and Man City had missed out on signing great talents like Cristiano, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar and the likes when they were really young, and they didn't want to make the same damn mistake this time. Manchester United especially had seen Jude as another Cristiano, and hoped to get him into Old Trafford before the rivals stole him from right under their noses. Former Birmingham City CEO Shandong Ren named Sir Alex Ferguson, Eric Cantona and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as some legends who spoke to Jude, even offering way more money than other clubs. According to Ren, he was going to be guaranteed millions in the bank and he didn't take it. That's not normal for a player at all. Jude was not guaranteed a first-team position at Manchester United, given Man U was just seeing the effects of new signee Bruno Fernandes, and Jude's dad clearly favoured Dortmund since they were a club that gave youngsters like Jude a chance to shine. Talking about his dad, Jude's dad, Mark Bellingham, a police officer, was an incredible goalscorer. Before he became his son's agent, Mark was a prolific goalscorer in the non-league divisions of English football. He once scored 48 goals in a season. Mark made sure to score in every one of the football clubs he ever played for, and he has played for over 20 clubs. In fact, by the time he was 40 years old, this guy was playing for Midland League Division 2 side Paget Rangers and scored his 700th career career goal. Wait, what? Yeah, Jude's dad is apparently a fucking machine. The dude was actually playing football both before and after becoming a police officer, while raising 2 sons successfully. Part of Jude's success was the fact that he became the first English teenager to captain a foreign club in the most elite league in the world. Jude had been in fine form since the start of that season, and for this match, Marco Reus, who was the captain, and Mats Hummels, the vice-captain, were both injured. So at 19 years and 122 days old, he started this Champions League game as captain of the Dortmund team when they faced Sevilla in an away game. He also got the opportunity to lead Dortmund against rivals Bayern in the Bundesliga, although Dortmund lost 2-3. Jude was also the youngest Englishman to play in the Champions League. In that same match against Sevilla, Jude broke another record set by Manchester City midfielder Phil Foden as the youngest English player to play in the Champions League. Jude set the record at 17 years and 233 days, when he started his side's last 16 matches at the Sánchez-Pizjuán Stadium in Seville. He was literally resetting records upon records, and he took it a step further when he made his debut for England at a young age. Jude becomes the 3rd youngest full English international after making his debut for England. He was added to the national team during the international break and was called up from the bench to replace James Ward-Prowse for their games against Belgium, Iceland, and the Republic of Ireland. Jude is also the youngest player to score for England at a World Cup after scoring his first ever international goal against Iran at the 2022 finals. Jude made history again with England as the youngest player to play in Euro, coming on for England's opening game at Euro 2020 at 17 years and 349 days of age, breaking the record held by Michael Owen as the youngest player to represent England at a major tournament. This special moment was against Croatia, as Jude came in to replace the captain Harry Kane. And if we are talking about replacing things, Jude breaks a Real Madrid record previously held by Cristiano Ronaldo and a few Madrid legends. Jude Bellingham scored his 14th goal this season with a 3-0 victory at Cadiz, meaning he now has the most goals by any Real Madrid player in their first 15 games. A record of 13 goals in 15 games was jointly held by Cristiano Ronaldo, Pruden, and Alfredo Di Stefano. Jude scored 11 goals in 12 La Liga games, and one of those goals also made him the youngest player to score a stoppage-time goal in an El Clasico. He added the remaining 3 goals in the Champions League to take his total tally to 14. The crazy thing is, he has now scored more goals in his first 15 games for Madrid than any other player in the club's 121-year history. This is his first season with Los Blancos. At least now you know a lot more about probably the best young player to have stepped on the stage of football in recent years. Check out our next video. We always have something you don't want to miss.